Well, this is an interesting situation because I'm in front of the LCS joined by Lourlo, Team Liquid, League of Legends player. But what is very fascinating is that I just met your brother, Max, otherwise known as Aror, the Chunk, I've been informed, from Team Eager. Not a League of Legends team, a Smite team, also a MOBA. You guys call it a MOBA, right?
Yeah, it's a MOBA.
All right. Some people call it battle arenas or RTSs. I never, or ARTSs. So you guys are brothers. You play in competing MOBAs, and that's super fascinating to me. Well, okay, why don't you play League?
I did play League for 2 years, but I really like Smite a lot because just a different perspective. And instead of clicking to move, you move with WSA and D. So it's kind of like World of Warcraft and MMO games.
Yeah.
So it's a lot more fun to me, and it appeals to me more than it does like clicking to move.
Why don't you play Smite?
When I played Smite, I played it in like early beta, but then I was just like better at League of Legends as a whole, so I stuck to League. Yeah.
So is it weird for you two to be brothers, both competing, but then in like different esports?
Not really. I still follow like League of Legends scene because it interests me and it's cool just as like esports in general. But no, there's nothing really weird about it at all.
Yeah. And you don't live out here, you're visiting, right?
Yeah, we came out for the weekend. Me, my brother, and then my dad, and then his wife came out.
Okay.
And they left yesterday. They did, or today, this morning. They got to see yesterday's game, but we stayed. We're taking a red eye home tonight, so it'll be fun.
So what was it like having your brother out here watching?
It's a really cool experience having any family out. It just makes me like want to even work harder, more motivated, and just like it's just really nice having people out here.
So which one of you is the older one?
Me, not him.
Face.
Okay. I mean, I don't like to make assumptions.
Yeah, I'm 17, so.
Okay.
And I'm 21.
You're 21?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can drink.
I can't. I don't drink though, but
Okay.
yeah, I can if I wanted to.
And that's the secret to your success in Smite, I assume. You just don't drink. You're a sober person.
And it's funny because Team Eager last year was known as like the drunk team where they'd always drink and stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, they lost a lot of those players, so they're not anymore. But it's just funny. It's ironic that I'm on that team.
Yeah. What is it like for you? Have you been to the LCS before?
No, this is my first time. It's really, really cool.
So Smite, obviously, strong esport, has world championships. Obviously, Hi-Res doing cool stuff there. This is still a bit of a different world, I assume, to walk in and see like a studio where the stuff is broadcast and played every week. What is it like for you to sort of see all this stuff?
Yeah, it's really interesting. Smite does. Hi-Res has like a little studio set up. It doesn't really have like a spectator zone. There's like a little bit, so if people like family, friends, the Hi-Res company, if they want to come and watch, they can during like the super regionals events. But during Worlds, they usually rent out like the Cobb Energy Center or something cool like that, which is more similar to this, but just a little bit bigger. But League of Legends events are like huge, like the Madison Square Garden, the one in Korea. So yeah, this is like a different world, and it's cool to see.
Lourlo, is there anything that you two, I mean, obviously very different games, but is there any overlap for you guys where you're talking about like, oh yeah, I've heard about this organization, or you guys give some help on like handling teammate stuff, or do you just both kind of operate independently?
We sometimes we just talk about like team environment, just like how the team works. Because last night we were at dinner, we were talking about like how each team like runs, like how my team is just like we have 3 like really strong carry players, we have 2 like really like team-oriented players. I was like trying to pick out like how his team was playing and trying to like help him discover like his strengths and weaknesses for his team. So yeah.
That's cool. That's pretty cool. Is there anything from your experience out here talking to him or about Team Liquid that you'll like take away or that you think is kind of neat?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of things. It's cool to see like the implement of like Weldon helping their team a lot. He said it helped him a lot, and that's awesome. So it's like cool to see. Like there's not really any big coaching figures in Smite yet, which I think is the next step. And having that would be awesome in Smite, like something like that. It's cool. Like he was talking about team environment and everything. We kind of just bounce things back and forth to each other, like if we have issues and we just talk about it. And it's cool to like talk about it with somebody who's going through it, and that's your brother. So it's cool.
Any chance when will we get to see the year where you guys both win the world championships in your respective games?
This year.
This year? Okay. Team Liquid?
Of course.
Okay, there we go. That's right. Is there anything that you would like to say to family or friends? I'll give you guys both kind of the opportunity here.
Yeah, Travis, thanks for interviewing me. It was awesome. It was a pleasure. I've always watched your content and stuff, and it's just cool to like meet you and get interviewed by you. It's awesome. Everybody's gonna be like, wow, he loves Travis or something, but it's awesome to do an interview with my brother too. Like I wasn't expecting this at all, but yeah, it's pretty exciting. And then shout out to all my teammates on Team Eager. We're gonna do really well this split, and shout out to my mom because I know she watches all these interviews and stuff, and he never gives any shout outs to mom. So she'll get a kick out of this one. But yeah, thanks for having me.
Well, he just kind of blew you up. Is there anything you would like to make fun of him about here when you're sitting in front of the camera?
No, he's the better brother, so it's like I'm the rebel. So I just like to shout out to all my family that come out. I know I like don't give them as much time as they deserve, but I try my best too, and I just like hope to keep doing what I can. Yeah.
Lourlo, Aror, thank you guys so much for the interview. For everyone else, this is Yahoo Esports.